In this lesson, you'll learn how to add an activity to an existing project. You'll do this many times in your Android development career. It's a common task. To do this, we'll use an Android wizard to add an activity to our Add Activity Example project. The new activity will be called Browser Activity, and it'll join our already existing main activity in the app. So let's start by first opening or switching to the workspace that contains the Add Activity Example project. Next, right-click on the Add Activity Example project, select New, then Other. This will bring up the wizard dialog window. Select Android Activity and click Next. In the next window, Create Activity, we'll select a blank activity. In other instances, you might want to use one of the other options depending on the type of activity you're adding. Click Next to bring up the new blank activity window. We'll select our Add Activity Example project, then enter the browser activity name in the activity name field, and the system will fill in these two fields. If you're following along and creating your own new activity in the app, just use a different name for the activity, such as Browser Activity 2. Don't check the Launcher Activity box because this will not be the activity that's initiated when the user starts the app. Leave the navigation type at None and click Finish. Now let's take a look at the activity that was added. So double-click the browser activity in the source folder here, and this will bring it up in the center window. And we see we have an onCreate method that sets the content for the new layout activity browser, now located in the layout folder. And there's also an onCreate options menu method, and this method uses the new menu item activity browser. If the wizard should happen to place your activity source in a folder other than your Add Activity Example folder, just move it in here. Now let's check the manifest file to see what's changed. So you would double-click on the manifest XML file, which will bring it up in the center window. And we see that an activity tag has been added for our new activity, Browser Activity. So to quickly review what we did, we've added a new activity, Browser Activity, to our Add Activity Example project using the Android wizard. If you haven't been following along by creating your own new activity, I suggest you take a break from the lessons and try creating one now. Work through the steps and get comfortable with using these Android capabilities.